please remain standing for our interfaith prayers. And this evening, the Christian prayer will be said by Pastor Mahindra Sharma of the Elim Pentecostal Church of Fowles. The Hindu prayer will be done by Pandit Bishwanath Gosai of the Enmore Shiv Mandir, and the Muslim prayer will be done by Imam Syed Haidar Ali of the Logwood Masjid.
Blessed good evening. Can we acknowledge God present, please? Father, we bless you and we thank you for this indeed. This is the day that you, the Lord, has made, and you admonish us. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you, Lord, indeed, that as we have gathered here this evening, it's a moment of rejoicing, my Father. We thank you for your blessing. We thank you this evening for that privilege of life. In the name of Jesus, that we can be counted among the living, my God. We bring this event, my God. We thank you for that purpose and that privilege that we have gathered here. We bring this facility before you, my God. More so the state-of-the-art facility, my God. We thank you, Lord, for such a venture, my God. And we pray in the name of Jesus that your divine presence would continue, not only hover, would continue to inhibit each and every day over this facility, my God. We bring, my God, everything that would transpire. We thank you for that health service that would be delivered here. We thank you for effective health service, my God. We pray for lives to be saved in the name of Jesus. We destroy each and every plan of the enemy and we decree life over this facility, my God. We thank you for the staff that have been placed here. We thank you, Lord, that you will bless them with a compassionate heart, my God, that they would serve with love, my God. We bring, Father, I ask this evening that you would provide the necessary wisdom, yet again, that you would bestow upon our president, my God, as you bring leadership to our country. We bring our subject minister, my God, our own of this community, Dr. Frank Anthony. We pray yet again that you would provide that wisdom, that knowledge that you require, my God. Bless every one of our leaders, my God, that you continue to, as we ask that your presence and your power would continue to prevail. In the name of Jesus, thank you.
Let us all join in prayers as we seek the guidance, as we seek the grace of Bhagwan, as we seek to add spirituality and to add the presence of God, of Bhagwan, to this beautiful institution. Join me as we pray together. Om Prithve Divye Cha Vidmahi Sahasramurte Cha Dhimahi Tanno Bhumi Prachodayat. O Mother Earth, we prostrate upon you, O earthly Mother, who has infinite forms. May you inspire us all and guide us all onwards to the path of prosperity and growth. To my dear ones this evening, let me remind you that today is Friday, and in Hindi language it is called Shukravar. And Shukravar has to do a lot with worshipping of the Devi. And today we should be so proud and grateful for the gift of Mother Earth, so that our land and our country can grow and move forward with prosperity. And it is with this in mind we bow down to this earthly Mother. And we offer prayers to Shri Ganapati Bhagwan. We ask, O Shri Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles, remove every tinge of hindrances and obstacle. As we pray, we seek your intervention. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. And we offer prayers to Goddess of Medicine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah Danvantre Amrit Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namah Shastri Nanena Sarvasya Lokasya Paramam Sukham. Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Thank you.
All protocols observed. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praises are due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. O Allah, we gathered here today in gratitude and humility, marking the inauguration of a place dedicated to healing, compassion, and service. A hospital that stands as a testament to human care and collaboration across sectors, disciplines, and nations. O Allah, you are Ash-Shafi', the ultimate healer, the source of all healing. Bless this institution, its walls, its mission, and its people. Granted the means to serve your creation with sincerity, skill, and mercy. Make it a sanctuary where lives are saved, dignity is preserved, and hope is renewed. Let it be a place where the sick find relief, where every patient is treated with compassion and respect, regardless of status, regardless of faith or background. Ya man biyadihi ash-shifa', O you in whose hand is healing. Bless the doctors, nurses, staff, and all who work within these walls. Bless also the leaders, policymakers, health professionals, and partners, both local and international, who have contributed to this noble endeavor. Reward their commitment to the public good and their cooperation across boundaries. Inspire the medical teams with wisdom in decision-making, patience in care, and precision in work. Let their hands be guided by your wisdom, their hearts anchored in compassion, and their spirits resilient. Protect them from harm, fatigue, error, and despair, and let this space be filled with mercy, strength, and healing. O Allah, most just, most kind, make this hospital a beacon of care, compassion, and excellence. Let it serve all people regardless of race, background, religion, or means, with fairness, dignity, and love. Let this hospital not only as a place of treatment, but as a refuge of compassion and dignity, as a symbol of mercy, unity, and excellence, and more importantly, care for all. Make it a source of benefit to this community and beyond, a place where healing is pursued not only through science and skill, but through faith, respect, and humility. Let it stand as a light in times of need and a model of service for others to follow. Unite our hearts in service, strengthen our hands in action, and bless every step taken here with your guidance and mercy. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, O most merciful of those who show mercy. Whenever suffering appears, bring comfort. Where illness persists, bring ease. Where lives are at risk, bring healing through both your divine will and the work of skilled hands and sincere hearts. For those who come here in pain, grant relief. For those burdened with fear, grant peace. For the families waiting in hope, grant strength and good news. And when healing is not destined, grant acceptance, patience, and your encompassing mercy. O my Lord, by the chosen one, grant us our goals and forgive us for what has passed. Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ameen.
Thank you very much, my brothers, for praying with us. And ladies and gentlemen, you may have your seats. His Excellency, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, the Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, Minister of Health, Her Excellency Yang Yang, Chinese Ambassador to Guyana, members of Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Neighborhood Democratic Councils of Enmore and the surrounding communities, Mr. Malcolm Watkins, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Narayan Singh, Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Vishwa Mahadev, Director General of the Ministry of Health, Mr. Rabi Rambaran, CEO of the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, representative of the contracting firm for the 6 regional hospitals, representative of the supervising consultancy firm for these hospitals, special invited guests, very importantly, residents of Enmore and the neighboring communities, members of the security forces, and our hard-working, dedicated colleagues from the Ministry of Health and the organizing committee of this ceremony, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and privilege that I stand before you today on behalf of His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan and the Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, Minister of Health, to welcome you to the official opening of the Enmore Regional Hospital. This momentous occasion marks yet another significant milestone in the government's ongoing commitment of enhancing healthcare services and improving quality of life for all citizens in Guyana. The establishment of this hospital is a testament to our government's dedication to ensuring acceptable, high-quality, world-class health care for every individual in Guyana. It reflects the government's unwavering resolve to invest in health care and well-being of its people, recognizing that a healthy nation is a prosperous nation. This state-of-the-art facility is equipped with modern technology and staffed by skilled professionals who are ready to provide compassionate and comprehensive care. We are confident that this Enmore Regional Hospital will serve as a beacon of hope and healing, addressing the diverse healthcare needs of the people of Region 4 and by extension, the citizens of Guyana. I wish to extend deep gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this vision a reality, for the planning, the planners and the builders, to the healthcare providers and support staff. Your hard work and dedication has led to the foundation for a healthier future for generations to come. As we open the doors to this new chapter in the healthcare landscape of Guyana, let us reaffirm our commitment to nurturing a system that prioritizes people-centered care, innovation, and inclusivity. Together, we can continue to strive towards excellence, ensuring that every citizen received world-class health care they deserve. Thank you for joining His Excellency and the government of Guyana today in celebrating this remarkable achievement. May the Enmore Regional Hospital be a source of strength, comfort, and healing for all. On behalf of His Excellency, I wish to request that you stick around after His Excellency would have officially opened this facility later this evening, so that you can benefit from a guided tour of the facility that we have. Those tours will be managed by groups of persons just at the entrance to the emergency entrance, and you will be guided accordingly. Please feel welcome to this auspicious occasion, and the Lord bless all of us very richly as we celebrate this evening. I want to ask that you, at this time, put your hands together and give His Excellency a big round of applause for his leadership, leading the country, and by extension, our healthcare system. That's why we are here today to celebrate. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium Her Excellency Yang Yang, Chinese Ambassador to Guyana, to make remarks. Please make her feel welcome.
His Excellency, President Dr. Mohamed Irfaan, Honorable Health Minister Dr. Frank Antony, Honorable Ministers, distinguished members of the diplomatic corps and the media, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure and privilege to attend the commissioning ceremony of the Enmore Regional Hospital, the second regional hospital delivered by Chinese company in Guyana. On behalf of the Chinese Embassy, I'd like to extend my warm congratulations to the government and the people of Guyana. On this important milestone in the healthcare development, this event marks another vivid example of the fruitful cooperation between China and Guyana, and I'm deeply honored to once again witness a new achievement of our long-standing and ever-deepening friendship. I understand that in the past, residents in Enmore and the nearby communities faced significant challenges in accessing timely medical care. Many had to travel long distances to Georgetown for treatment, which imposed considerable burdens in both time and cost. At the new regional hospital commissioning, these challenges will be greatly alleviated. The local population and even people from surrounding areas will now enjoy improved access to high-quality healthcare services right at their doorstep. This regional hospital has been constructed in accordance with standards exceeding international benchmarks. It is equipped with advanced medical technologies supported by a comfortable and efficient care environment and designed to deliver high-quality service. It stands not only as a landmark project, but also as a concrete manifestation of China's commitment to supporting Guyana's national development prosperities, especially in the healthcare sector. Looking ahead, China remains firmly committed to working hand in hand with the government of Guyana to strengthen cooperation in medical and public health services. The Chinese company involved in this project will continue to provide comprehensive support in terms of equipment, maintenance, technical services, and capacity building, including personnel training. We will continue to do our part to ensure that regional hospitals across Guyana operate at the highest possible standard. Ladies and gentlemen, this project is another shining example of the two countries' joint efforts to build a health Silk Road that delivers real benefits to our peoples. Let us continue to build on this momentum, deepen our cooperation, and express my heartfelt congratulations on the commissioning of the Enmore Regional Hospital, and wish the hospital every success in serving the people of this region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for those very kind words. Mr. President, at this time, please allow me to introduce some Chinese culture in the form of the lion dance being done by the Chinese Association of Guyana. Can we put our hands together as they come today? And they're going to be coming through the aisle, so you can anticipate. All right? Put your hands together one more time. Well done. Thank you very much, the Chinese Association. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful piece. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite to the stage our Honorable Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, who will be receiving the keys, the symbolic handing over of the keys for the facility. Immediately after which, our Honorable Minister will make his remarks, and he will also introduce to you the management team here at the hospital. Put your hands together as we welcome our Honorable Minister, and we also call on the project manager for the 6th Regional Hospital, Mr. Leo Yang, to come and make that handing over.
His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, my colleagues from the Cabinet, Attorney General Anil Nandlal, Mr. Joseph Hamilton, Chinese Ambassador to Guyana, Her Excellency Yang Yang, other members of the Diplomatic Corps, the residents of Enmore and the surrounding communities here on the East Coast, and of course, the members of the Ministry of Health and the staff of the new Enmore Regional Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen all, it is indeed a privilege to stand before you today as we witness yet another milestone in Guyana's journey towards building a world-class healthcare system. And at the heart of this transformation stands a leader whose vision, determination, and unwavering commitment have made this progress possible. His Excellency, President Mohamed Irfaan Ali. Mr. President, on behalf of the Ministry of Health, the healthcare workers across this country, and the thousands of citizens whose lives are already being improved by the changes, we extend our profound gratitude. Under your leadership, we are not just expanding infrastructure, we are redefining healthcare in Guyana. From the state-of-the-art regional hospitals that we open, the state-of-the-art regional hospital that we recently opened at Diamond, to this one here at Enmore that you'll be soon commissioning, and very soon we'll be opening others at Bath, Dikendren, number 75, and Lima. We have been able to extend and expand diagnostic capacities across this country. We have been able to do complex surgeries, and of course, we have been able to make mothers safer with our more intensive maternal and child health programs across this country, especially in the interior of Guyana. Mr. President, you have ensured high-quality health care, not just as a right, not as a privilege, and this has been extended throughout this country. Your vision extends beyond buildings. It is about people. And your support for training has been remarkable because under your tenure, we have been able to train literally hundreds of doctors, not just at the undergraduate level, but to include specialization in various fields. We have been able to train literally hundreds of nurses that otherwise would not have, persons that otherwise would not have had an opportunity. And we have been training nurses not only on the coastline, but across the country, including in many of our interior regions. We have been training nursing assistants, pharmacists, pharmacy assistants, and many other specialities. Mr. President, through international partnerships, such as the one with York University in Canada, we have been able to extend specialization training for many of our doctors. And this is helping to build a strong, resilient workforce in health. You have placed your trust in our young professionals by expanding health care for all across this country. And you have also placed your trust in new technology and innovation, some of which you will see later on in this hospital. But most of all, it's your belief that Guyana can and must set a standard in healthcare that is global in nature. Your commitment to equity has ensured that every remote community across this country, from the tip of Guyana in Region 1 right down to the bottom of Guyana in Region 9, that they have access to better health care. You have been able to help us to close gaps that were once impossible, that we thought these bridge we would never been able to bridge. And so, under your tenure, under your stewardship, we have been able to set up telemedicine across this country, where we now have 81 sites that we can do teleconsultations. Today, children in our hinterland are being vaccinated on time and with more than 19 different antigens to prevent various types of infectious diseases. The increase in HPV vaccination coverage will help us to reduce the cases of cervical cancer across Guyana. Pregnant women in far-off communities are now able to have safe delivery in clean and proper facilities. Waiting homes are now part of the standard practice across our country, where when a woman is pregnant and before delivery, they can come there and wait until they go into labor. And when they go into labor, they can have a safe delivery in one of our hospitals. Mothers now are also able to receive the $100,000 baby grant. And this has started this year, and many mothers have benefited from this program. Our patients here on the coastline would have seen remarkable transformation in the quality of health care. And apart from upgrading all our health centers and health facilities, we are now building out a very robust hospital infrastructure that extend the range of services that we can offer to our patients. Mr. President, your leadership reminds us that development is not measured only in economic terms, but in the health and well-being of all of our people. The investments that you have championed in digital health, in expansion of hospital care, in the tertiary centers, in the public and private partnerships are preparing Guyana for the future, positioning our country as a leader in the Caribbean and beyond. As we move forward together, we do so with confidence that because we have a president who is not only dreaming big, but also ensures that he delivers on what he promises. Today is yet another such big dream that is being realized. Not so long ago, where many of you are sitting here, there existed a polyclinic. And that polyclinic was built 25 years ago. But over that time, the services that it would have been able to deliver to thousands of patients, we recognize that these services were quite limited. And on this whole East Coast corridor, we recognize that we need to have a new hospital, one that would serve the people on this corridor. And so what we are witnessing today and what we are going to be part of today, all of you who are here, is something quite historic. Because in the history of our country, we have never had such a hospital on the east coast of Demerara. This facility is one that has been built to European and American standards. And when you have a chance to tour the facility, you will see that we have 75 inpatient beds. Right where we are sitting, not very far away, we have a modern accident and emergency that would be operating on a 24-hour basis. Within that accident and emergency, we have a modern operating theater, and we have a special suite that if somebody came in and needed rapid stabilization, that we'll be able to stabilize them in the accident and emergency. Within the hospital, we have 2 additional operating theaters so that we'll be able to perform both emergency and elective surgeries as would be needed by the residents or the patients who come to us. We also have a modern birthing suite where women can come and give birth safely. And this is the first time that we are able to do so on the east coast of Demerara. This is quite a historic feat for all of us. For generations, the people on the East Coast, the residents had to journey to Georgetown to get their surgeries. And if they needed a simple thing like an X-ray, many of them had to go to the Georgetown Hospital to get that X-ray. If they wanted to do a CT scan, you had to go to the Georgetown Hospital to get that CT scan. And very often it depends on the types of laboratory services that you need. You had to also go to Georgetown to get those types of laboratory services. All of that you would now be able to get at this new hospital, because we have in this hospital, we have ultrasound, we have CT scans, we have X-rays, and the imaging suite would be operating on a 24-hour basis so that you can get all these diagnostic services at this hospital anytime in that 24 hours. We also have, and when you have a chance to go through the hospital, you would see that we have one of the most advanced labs in the hospital, where we will be able to do more than 100 different diagnostic tests. And all of that would be operating on a 24-hour basis. We also have a 24-hour pharmacy, and it's well stocked with all the medications that our patients would need. And apart from that, we have designed the hospital to do a number of specialization clinics, clinics in internal medicine and in subspecialty in internal medicine, including things like cardiology and so forth. We also have specialized clinics in obstetrics, in gynecology, in surgery, in orthopedics. And then we have clinics in psychiatry, in dermatology, and others, visiting clinicians who would be coming to this hospital to offer those services. Right in the hospital, we have a suite where we'll be able to do ophthalmology. So if you need to get an eye test done, that would be done seamlessly in this hospital. We also have a suite where we'll be able to do audiology. So if someone needed to do a test to check their hearing, you can come to the hospital and we'll be able to do that for you. And here's another thing. If when we check your ears and you're not hearing properly, then you will be able to get hearing aids free of cost from the government of Guyana. We also have a modern dental suite, and so a lot of dental procedures we'll be able to do here, and they have separate imaging where they will be able to do specialized imaging of the tooth to make sure that whatever procedure is being embarked upon, that they can do that with precision. This hospital also, because of all of these facilities that we have here, the residents of Enmore and Golden Grove and Abaklis and Enterprise and all the communities around here would be able to come here and receive care in a faster manner, and which would help to reduce the travel burdens that people would have to face if they had to go to Georgetown Hospital. Apart from all that I've described in this hospital, we can also care for very, very sick patients because we have an intensive care unit, a 3-bed intensive care unit with some of the most up-to-date equipment that we can treat those patients that are very sick. And for the neonates, we have a special neonatal intensive care unit for neonates. And of course, we also have a step-down unit. So for very sick patients, we can also take care of them here. But the other amenities in the hospital are also important to note. Right next to this stage, we have a facility that would allow us to generate oxygen for the entire hospital. So no longer would we have to rely on buying oxygen and bringing it on site. We are now able to generate it right here and take it into the hospital. We also have our own water distillation plant that allow for clean water across the hospital. And another thing, that for those patients who need dialysis, we have a dialysis unit within this hospital as well. Our traditional hospitals used to be hospitals with open floors, where it was a challenge sometimes to have privacy. This new hospital, with its 75 beds, we have rooms of 5 beds in a room with its own toilet and bath. And what is more, I think, more comforting for some of our patients is that all of these rooms, they have air conditioning inside. This hospital here is also a powerful engine, I would say, for local employment, because it would have around 1,000 persons who would be working in this hospital, including doctors, nurses, nursing assistants, all the clerical staff, technical staff. It would be approximately 1,000 persons who would be employed in this facility. And that means more families would be able to earn steady income, which would obviously improve their standard of living. This Enmore Regional Hospital is a vital pillar in the President's and the government vision of a broader healthcare revolution. Over the next 2 months, our plan is to open 6 new hospitals that have been strategically placed so that we can decentralize care and relieve pressure from those big main hospitals. And as we do this, people would be able to experience better care closer to their home. As I said, once we finish opening this one, next on the card would be Bath. Then we go to Dekendron. Then we go to number 75. Then we go to Lima. And all of this, we intend to open by the end of August. As we mark this remarkable milestone in this healthcare journey, I really want to acknowledge the vision of our President, the Vice President, and our cabinet, because without their support, we would not have been able to get so far. This has been a remarkable transformation in health. In no period in the history of this country have we been able to do so much in healthcare. And over the last 3 years, not only are we building these 6 hospitals, but we have already completed more than 25 health centers and opened them across this country. But this hospital can only be as strong as the people who would work here, the professional staff, the support staff. Your dedication would be at the heart of this institution. And I want you to take good care and make sure that you deliver compassionate service to all the patients who would be coming to this institution. To the public, the people of Enmore and all the communities on the East Coast, this hospital is here to serve you. And we look forward that whenever you have any issue, that you will be able to come here and get timely and compassionate care. May this hospital here at Enmore be a testament to what we can achieve together: healthier families, stronger communities, and a brighter future for all Guyana. I now want to take this opportunity to invite some of the heads of department who would be working at this hospital. I call now on the CEO and Medical Superintendent, Dr. Tracy Bovell. The Administrator, Dr. Badal Baksh. The Matron, Shivani Lane. The Head of Department of the Accident and Emergency, Dr. Pluck. Please join me. The Head of Internal Medicine, your own, Dr. Ijaz Hatim. The Head of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. Suraj Paul Singh. The Head of Psychiatry, Dr. Kristen Monroe. The Head of Radiology, Dr. Iana Prasad. The Head of General Surgery, Dr. Fidel Lopez. The Head of Dental Surgery, Dr. Lane. The Head of Audiology, Dr. Robinson. The Head of Pediatrics, Dr. Carter. And the Head of Laboratory Services, Mr. Baksh. These are just the heads, but we have many other persons who would be working in these various departments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister Anthony, and thank you, heads of departments. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, It gives me great pleasure to invite to address us with a feature address. Please help me welcome our hard-working, dedicated, compassionate, young, energetic President, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana.
Thank you very much. Please have your seats. Thank you so much. Our Attorney General, Anil Nanlal, Dr. Frank Anthony, and his beautiful wife, Dr. Shanti Singh, Minister Hamilton, the Ambassador, China to Guyana, other members of the diplomatic community, members of parliament. I see Ms. Indra Chanjapal here too. Respected religious leaders, respected elders, brothers and sisters, citizens of the East Coast especially, good evening and welcome to this your new hospital. This evening, if I'm to talk to you about development on the East Coast alone, I will have to go through all of these documents. Every single area, every geographic space of this country has seen unprecedented investment in the last 5 years. And a few moments ago, you had the opportunity to see some of our very own, Guyanese doctors who will be leading this hospital. What did you see? You saw the future. You saw women. You saw experienced people. But importantly, you saw the youths of our country taking the mantle of leadership, taking us into the next phase of national development. Only today, Dr. Anthony and I were discussing staffing and human capital issues of the health sector. And we went through different options. And for the first time, we have a situation in Guyana where regional graduates are now seeking to come to Guyana to work at our salaries. So we are more and more becoming an attractive destination, not only for investment, but for human capital. The changes in our salary structure, our welfare structure, our benefit structure, our infrastructure, our healthcare system, our entertainment system, our services, they are all adding up now to create an enabling environment where people want to come to Guyana and want to be part of this transformation that is taking place. I was just speaking to our Attorney General, and he was giving me a story of a journalist who called him and asked him, "Wait, man, y'all never had courts in your country, magistrate courts and high courts?" And he said, "Yes, why?" Because he said, the journalist told him, there are so many new courts opening up every single month in this country that they're just amazed. And that is the story of development in every sector. And what are these developments geared towards? These developments are geared towards improving your living standards, giving you a higher quality of life, ensuring that we deliver to you a higher quality of service, ensuring that we give your children the best prospects of a bright and remarkable future right here at home in Guyana. These investments are not about brick and steel and posts and AC. These developments are about opportunities. These developments are about people. At the center of these facilities are people. The people who will get employment, the people who are trained to work here, and the people who will receive service here. So yes, everything that surrounds these investments, the centerpiece of these investments, it's all about people. When we build your roads, when we improve your recreational facilities, when we give you lights in your grounds, when we create safe spaces for family, all of it is about people. It's about quality of life. It's about enjoying not only the revenue and the programs of the government, but enjoying quality of life. That is so important. And just in Enmore here and on the East Coast, the next 5 years are amazing 5 years for you here on the East Coast corridor. The new 4-lane highway that will be completed. The new industrial park. Already, we have more than $500 million of investment ready to come in this new industrial park that we are creating in Enmore. The housing development. Thousands of new homes will be built along the East Coast corridor in the next 5 years. All of this, what will it do? It will improve life, create employment, create opportunities, expand the economy, expand commerce. It's an exciting future here on the East Coast. In this little corridor alone, we have already signed 4 new hotels that will be built on the East Coast. And to support all the residents on the East Coast, especially our young people. I was giving the example yesterday that I had an engagement with young people, especially young women. And they were telling me that they are all young professionals because of this government. They all have their degrees, masters, some are pursuing PhDs. But it comes at a sacrifice. And everything comes at a sacrifice. But one of the sacrifices, especially of our young females, is that they postpone their own family development. They postpone decisions about family development because it does not fit into their professional schedule. That is, they don't have that support mechanism to allow them to pursue both at the same time. So we have to fix this, because we want our young professionals and young people to also enjoy the balance of life. And one of the important things to ensure they enjoy that balance in life is daycare facilities for their children. Many young people here will tell you that they are afraid sometimes because they don't know where is safe. Where would I leave my children? How would I ensure that moving into that phase of life also matches my professional career and I don't have to sacrifice that for this? So in the next 5 years, we will be building daycare facilities across our country to support our young people and young professionals and their development, especially women in our society. I believe also that given the fact that more than 70% of our graduates are now women, we have to plan ahead because that will manifest itself in our workforce. And when it manifests itself in our workforce, we have to create the enabling infrastructure to support them in their working environment also. Today, the salaries for our healthcare workers are increasing. And you can be assured, over the next 5 years, it will continue to increase and improve. So too will your benefits, so too will your work environment. To the extent that we are now becoming an attractive destination. We now see nurses who once left our shores are now expressing back an interest to return. Many of them have already returned. We now see that we have a competitive environment. But we don't want our nurses not to be competitive too. That is why we are building nursing schools. We are giving our nurses the opportunity to earn their degrees right here, the postgraduate qualification, and every aspect of medical sciences. We are supporting the upward mobility and improvement of our medical workers. Never before, and I would say on a per capita basis, there is no country, I believe, that is investing in their human capital in healthcare on a per capita basis than Guyana in this moment of our history. I was just perusing some document, and when you look at human resource training, not only the expansion of the services at the University of Guyana, but a collaboration with the private medical universities, the fellowships at McMaster, Northwell Health, Apollo Medversity, the several UK universities, the Yale University program, where 90 of our health administrators would have already been trained, nursing schools in Essequibo, New Amsterdam, training more than 2,000 nurses. These are real opportunities that we are giving our healthcare workers. Real opportunities at enhancing your income, real opportunity at allowing you to be the best you can be right here in Guyana. And on this East Coast corridor, right at Hope, we are now building a massive surface water treatment plant that will be added to the water sector assets that would no longer see us dumping water from the Hope Canal, but treating that surface water and sending it back in the system for the east coast of Demerara. In the development that we are talking about in Enmore, we have already received plans for a dairy plant, brewery expansion, private universities, modern mall, and we are also investing in waterfront development, which is key and critical for this East Coast corridor. Because we believe the East Coast corridor also has tremendous entertainment, recreational, and tourism potential. And if you see what we are doing on Unity Foreshore now, we want to replicate that throughout the East Coast corridor. We also know that we have a difficulty because we want to confront difficulties too with our livestock farmers. We are now working on the development of not only pasture land, we want to do it better. We don't want to create pastures, 500-600 acres of pasture alone. Today, we worked with the state of Roraima, and we have decided that we are going to build a modern feed facility to support our livestock farmer on the East Coast corridor. But not only build a modern feed facility to support our livestock farmers, but more than that, we are going to set aside land through which we can build a modern support system, including the pens, so that we can have a more scientific way in which we do livestock in urban and suburban areas. And those are plans and projects we have that will commence before the end of this year. We are also working on this corridor in improving the transmission grid. We are now examining the feasibility and possibility of the train system, the rail system, connecting Golden Grove to Cane Grove. So, Grove on the East Bank to Cane Grove on the East Coast. So we are making the plans that are necessary for the future. We are working on the investment that are necessary for the future. And the East Coast is going to be an exciting area for this investment. We're going to have a special entrepreneurial support program for East Coast, especially targeting women and young people in areas of agro-processing, production facility, smart agriculture, and co-investment opportunities. And a lot of people ask me a very simple question. How is it we will raise some of the capital for co-investment facility? Well, co-investment basically means that the government will invest with the people to create economic wealth for the people and for the country. So let us say you're a young professional today, and you just received one of the young professional homes in LBI. And let us say your total investment for that home was $25 million. Just let us say that. The bank value for one of those property now, from the time you collect your key, the bank value is more than $50 million. So you're collecting an asset at $25 million that has a liquidity value of $50 million. So in the world of economics and finance, you will leverage that capital. So you will take that $25 million of liquidity that you have now in the property and you will deploy it for economic prosperity. You have now resources at your hands. And that is what building net value, that is what building prosperity, that is what creating a prosperous ecosystem is all about. And that value will continue to go up as we build out the 4-lane roads, the recreational facility, improve the drainage in your areas, have modern garbage collection, solid waste system, as we have more efficient and reliable electricity, as more industries and hotels come up in the area, the value will continue to grow. But that value will only continue to grow if the idea is to grow it, if the vision to grow it, if the leadership to grow it, if the policies to grow it are there, and the custodian and those who are working on that are no stranger to you. We are your government, the People's Progressive Party civic government. So your future is as bright as the decision you make. Your future is really in your hands. Your future cannot be signed away. Your future cannot be a few pebbles thrown at you for your dignity and honor in your votes. Your future must be long-term. You must understand what lies ahead of you. What are the plans and programs? And how important are those plans and programs to you and your families? And make decisions that are beneficial not only for today, but for the long term. That is what we are doing. In this government, every day we're investing for the long term. Community security is another key area through which we'll be investing along the East Coast. Smarter, smaller, more agile security system backed by technology. That is the system we are pursuing because we also want you to live in a very safe environment. One of the challenges that we have to deal with on the East Coast too, and the AG will tell you, that every day we receive a letter or two from some neighbor or some community about mechanic shop, spray painting shop, about machining shops. Because the quality of life of people are affected when we have these facilities. But they're also linked to jobs. So we have decided that on the East Coast, for example, we will be developing 2 30-acre plots. One, so that we can move all of these facilities to one area where we can give them efficient service like electricity, water, and then the community can have a more comfortable life. We are going to invest in infrastructure. We are going to invest in giving you a good location and put the roads to connect you to those locations. And the second plot is to remove a great burden that we have now. And that is because of the growth of the economy. More people have heavy-duty vehicles, more Hi-Max, more trucks, and they're blocking up parapets, blocking up roads, blocking up people entrances. So we are building public parking lots with security, with lighting, so that we can have these facilities leased out, so we remove all of these heavy-duty equipment and put them in a safe location so it brings greater comfort. So we are thinking ahead, thinking about quality of life, because quality of life matters to people. And I can go on and on about the future, but let me come back to the present. I want to take this opportunity before I go any further to congratulate Dr. Frank Anthony and his team from the Ministry of Health for the incredible job that they're doing every single day, not only on ensuring the vision and policies of the government is implemented across our country, but ensuring that health service is about people, about creating an environment in which greater satisfaction of persons are met. And you know, Erica Ford is here from Region 3. And I think she was in my company when someone told us they went to the Diamond Hospital for some care. And the care and the facility was so good that they didn't mind staying an extra 3 nights. We don't want that. Yes, the facilities might be good, but we don't want you spending extra 3 nights there, because there are also health risks and implication with you spending extra 3 nights there. But that is to tell you that when you walk through this facility today and you see the level of technology, the equipment, and all of these hospitals are built to global standards. They exceed the European standards, the UK standards, and they are also built to the US standards. So when you walk through these facilities today, you will see hospitals that are not only built thinking about now, very futuristic. You will see some of the equipment where now we can only look at 5 slides per hour. These equipment can look at 100 slides per hour. You will see how the technology is linking this facility to facilities in India, facilities in the US, so that we can have second opinion in real time. You would see the vision at work when you walk through this facility today. So I'm pleased to join this evening Dr. Anthony and the team to be part of this historic ceremony, the commissioning of the Enmore Hospital. This is the second new regional hospital that the People's Progressive Party Civic Administration has commissioned in the last 5 years. But today's commissioning is not about ribbon cutting. we're opening a door to the future. We are raising the curtain on a new era of healthcare. We are making history right here, right now. This is not by accident or chance. This hospital is not an example of us simply building a hospital to demonstrate that we have done something for the people. No, this hospital is part of a larger vision of a Guyana where every child, every mother, every elder, every patient, regardless of their income or their address, has access to high quality, modern, responsive, and people-centered health care. A vision where health care is no longer a privilege, but a right fulfilled. A vision where a young mother in Pomeroon, an elderly man in Letem, or a miner in Madhya gets the same world-class medical attention as someone in Georgetown. That is our commitment. That is our contract with the people. That is our cause. The vision is not a pie in the sky. It is not a plan for the next generation. It is our agenda today. And we are already delivering it, brick by brick, ward by ward, heartbeat by heartbeat. Our national health ecosystem is being rolled out across multiple levels, each reinforcing the other, like the strands of a strong rope. At the first level, we are ensuring that primary and secondary care, the care people need most frequently, is available and accessible to all. Over the last 3 years, we have constructed more than 25 new health centers and health posts, creating stronger, wider foundations across our communities. We are expanding and upgrading community health care, improving maternal and child services, and staffing more local clinics with doctors, nurses, and medical personnel. From Port Kaituma to Parika, we are bringing health closer to home. From Georgetown to New Amsterdam, and now here in Enmore, we are building modern hospitals to provide these services with the highest standard of care. We are not content with treating illness. We are committed to restoring dignity. We are determined to save lives. The Enmore Regional Hospital is one of 6 hospitals that will be operational within the next few months. Alongside Enmore, we have already opened, as Dr. Anthony said, a regional hospital Diamond, and soon will commission regional hospitals in Bath, number 75, Decantrian, Lima. We are not waiting for patients to come to care. We are bringing care to patients. At the second level, we are catapulting our tertiary healthcare system into the future. That means providing high-quality specialized care, such as advanced gynecology and maternal care, cardiology and stroke rehabilitation, oncology and cancer treatment, ophthalmology and cataract surgery, and much, much more. And we are not stopping there. We are constructing a specialized mother and child hospital at Ogle. We are building a new central hospital in New Amsterdam and a regional hospital in West Demerara. We have started new hospital infrastructure in the hinterland, Maruka in Region 1, Kato in Region 8, Letem in Region 9, and soon new facilities will rise in Bartica and Cameron. The map of Guyana is being redrawn, not by borders, but by hospitals, not by promises, but by progress. But infrastructure is just one piece of the puzzle. This is not just health expansion, it is health transformation. We are building a digitally integrated health ecosystem. Telemedicine is already breaking down the barriers of distance and geography. Today, a patient in a remote village undergoes an X-ray. That image is sent in real time to a specialist in Georgetown or even overseas. Diagnosis is made and treatment begins right there. This is not science fiction. This is what modern medicine looks like in Guyana. This is the future, and the future is now. With over 80 operational telehealth sites and plans to double that number within the next year, Guyana is narrowing the divide between urban hospitals and remote hinterland communities. Patients in far-flung areas can now consult with specialists hundreds of miles away, receive instant diagnosis, and begin treatment all in real time. This is not just progress, this is transformation. We are creating a data-driven, evidence-led healthcare system. From the moment a patient first interacts with a healthcare system, whether for a checkup, an emergency, or a surgery, their information will be digitally recorded. Their records will follow them from clinic to clinic, from hospital to hospital. The digital revolution will ensure better tracking of treatment, higher accountability, improved outcomes, and fewer errors. We have already started implementing electronic health records at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Next up, every regional hospital, and eventually every health facility across the nation. No more guesswork, no more lost files, no more patients falling through the cracks. We are also harnessing the power of artificial intelligence. Already, we are exploring AI-assisted interpretation of medical images, X-rays, CT scans, ultrasounds. Let me tell you where the world is today. We were sitting with some specialists from Northwell a few nights ago, and they were telling us that now they can locate a few robots in Guyana, and their specialists from Northwell can perform surgery here with the robots, with their specialists sitting at Northwell and supervised by our local doctors here. That is where medicine is going. And it's not guesswork, it is precision medicine. Soon AI will help guide complex clinical decisions and assist in early diagnosis of life-threatening conditions. This is precision medicine in real time. This is the age of smart care, and Guyana is leading the way. Guyana will emerge as a regional leader in smart care health services. Through a bold and forward-thinking health agenda, the country is rapidly integrating digital technology into public health infrastructure. We're ushering an era where data-driven decisions, telemedicine, electronic health records, and AI-assisted diagnostics are no longer futuristic ideals, but everyday realities. But a system is only as strong as its people. So we are building human capital to match our infrastructure and technology. We're expanding University of Guyana's medical program to train more doctors right here at home. And yesterday at Cabinet, we made a decision that because of the high demand for medical sciences at UG now, the free university education, we don't want those students to wait. So we're going to negotiate with the local providers from the private institutions to do it at the same price like UG so that we can have all those students placed. We don't want delayed dreams. We don't want anyone to delay their dreams. We're going to adjust the system to fast forward the dreams of the Guyanese people. We're increasing postgraduate training, sending our brightest minds to McMaster University, Northwell, Apollo, and leading UK universities. We have launched a healthcare administrators program at York University to develop effective health system managers. And we have revolutionized nursing education. More than 2,000 nurses are now in training, along with over 1,000 nursing assistants in a hybrid program. Because modern hospitals need modern heroes, and we are training them every day. This is not about promises. This is not about dreams. This is work in progress, work that is visible, measurable, and already improving lives. What we have done in just 5 years is nothing short of revolutionary, and we are only now getting started. And I want to thank all our healthcare professionals and this cabinet for the hard work that they put in. All those leaders who are working every single day to implement the vision of this government, you have done well. And I'm sure the Guyanese people will let you know that you have done well on the 1st of September. My friends, Guyana is not waiting for the future of medicine. We are building it. We are stepping boldly into the world of predictive, personalized, and precision medicine. And we intend not just to participate, but to lead. In the next 5 years, our healthcare system will undergo one of the most transformational shifts in the Caribbean. This is not tinkering at the edges. This is a bold leap into tomorrow. At the center of this transformation will be the creation of a life science park, a sprawling high-tech hub of medical innovation that will anchor Guyana's emergence as a regional powerhouse in healthcare and biotechnology. It will be a laboratory where breakthrough ideas are born and lives are saved through science. This park will house biobank storage facilities. It will be home to a tropical medicine institute. Within it will be established centers for drugs and diagnostic development and state-of-the-art vaccine and biologics manufacturing plants. It will be the engine of a new economy, one driven by research, innovation, and healing, one belonging to the people of this country and belonging to Guyana. And we are not just stopping at infrastructure. The Life Science Park will be co-housed with world-leading academic institutions, making it a hotbed for cutting-edge research in translational science, clinical trials, and data analytics. Our natural gas resources will power the park, giving us a low-cost energy advantage for data warehouses and AI labs, because we know that in the future, healthcare is powered not just by compassion, but by computation. We have already begun discussions with the Life Science Park in southern Belgium, with support from the European Union, to establish strong global partnerships and ensure that Guyana is plugged into the world's most advanced medical networks. The goal? Nothing less than making Guyana a world-class health provider and a Caribbean hub for biotech innovation, a place where AI meets medicine, where science meets service, and where every life counts. But it gets even better. Guyana's commitment to world-class healthcare is not only bold, it is backed by the best minds in global medicine. We are proud to be working with renowned Mount Sinai Hospital to develop an advanced oncology center right here in Guyana. This center will bring cutting-edge cancer diagnostics, treatment, and research to our shores, reducing the need for patients to travel abroad for care. We just agreed that we are building not second class, not first class, the best health emergency system here in Guyana. With this facility, we'll offer hope, healing, and high-quality oncology services that meet international standard. This is cancer care redefined. This is treatment with dignity. We also recognize that stroke victims, one of the leading causes of death and disability in Guyana, they too need attention. That is why we are building a specialized stroke rehabilitation center, a first of its kind in the country, focused on restoring quality of life to those affected. At the same time, we are developing a fully integrated emergency medical services system in collaboration with Northwell Hospital, one of the top healthcare networks in the United States. With their expertise, we'll revolutionize emergency response, ensure faster, more efficient pre-hospital care, and coordinated hospital transfer. We are not just raising the bar, we are raising it with the help of the best in the world. Fellow Guyanese, in rolling out this transformed health ecosystem, excellence will be our partner. The future is our promise. We are not chasing the future, we are becoming the future. Guyana will be a country where health meets hope, where research meets results, and where the future begins now. 5 more glorious years await the people of Guyana. And in no area will this be more evident than in healthcare. We are not merely making improvements, we are building a system that will be second to none. A healthcare system that is modern, responsive, compassionate, and world-class. The contours of that future are already coming into view, and a piece of it stands before you today. This magnificent regional hospital at Enmore, this is not only about promises, it is about delivery. And the People's Progressive Party civic government, your government, is in the business of delivery, and you should be proud of it. As we open its door, we open a new chapter of progress and prosperity. May God bless this hospital. May God bless its doctors, nurses, technicians, and every member of staff. And may God bless all those who will enter these halls in search of care, comfort, and healing. The future of healthcare is here, and it is proudly Guyanese. May God bless all of you. Once again, I thank Dr. Anthony and his team, all our health workers, for their extraordinary work. And I say to them, don't believe the work is anywhere close to finish. It's going to get faster, better, greater, with even the best of results still ahead of us. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. President. I was standing just to the side of the stage, and I was feeling so excited listening to a great plan and understanding that it's actually coming to fruition right now. I didn't know if I should break dance or I should moonwalk, but I'm excited. I believe we can put our hands together and give our president a big round of applause. Thank you, sir, for reminding us all that we are living in an exciting time in this country. And we thank you for your leadership in this front. At this time, Mr. President, I just want to let us have a little food of love and love for country. And I would like to invite our very own Calvin Burnett to do a piece called El Dorado Gold. Please put your hands together and welcome Calvin.
Under the stars, as we dream about this El Dorado's gold. And truth be told, there's a fire in my soul, one that burns so bright it cannot be controlled. Welcome to this place that I call home, where the sun kisses your soul. El Dorado, a place of natural beauty. From sea to shining sea, the myth's been told. This is El Dorado's gold, where legend spoke of a hidden place, where fortune lies and explorers chase. But what we found, though this might be true, the greatest treasure in El Dorado is me and you. El Dorado, where the sun kisses your soul. El Dorado, a place of natural beauty, from sea to shining sea, the myth's been told. This is El Dorado's gold, the pride and the principles so dear we each do hold, has molded great character. That's where it is made in gold. So let's try to guard this hidden treasure the world is yet to see. Welcome to this place that I call home, El Dorado, where the sun kisses your soul. El Dorado, a place of natural beauty, from sea to shining sea, the myth's been told. This is El Dorado's gold, the myth's been told. This is El Dorado's gold, the myth's been told. This is El Dorado's gold. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Calvin, for that rendition so wonderfully done. At this time, I would like to invite the CEO and Medical Superintendent of the Enmore Regional Hospital, Dr. Tracy Boville, to move the vote of thanks. Please put your hands together for Dr. Boville.
Good night, everyone. With all protocols having already been established, it is both a privilege and a heartfelt honor to deliver the vote of thanks on this historic day, the official opening of the Enmore Regional Hospital. We all know that saying thank you allows us to honor effort, build connection, and turn moments into lasting memories. On behalf of the Government of Guyana, the Ministry of Health, the hospital management and staff, and the people of this region, I extend our deepest gratitude to all who made today possible. We begin by expressing sincere thanks to His Excellency, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, for his visionary leadership and commitment to healthcare equity. This hospital stands as a tangible symbol of your vision. To the Honorable Brigadier Mark Phillips, Prime Minister, and Dr. Barajagdio, Vice President, we are truly grateful for your continued dedication to national development and the well-being of our citizens. A special thank you to our Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, for his tireless efforts in strengthening our health systems and expanding access across 10 administrative regions of Guyana. We also acknowledge the contributions of Mr. Malcolm Watkins, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health. late nights, early mornings. You have been there in the execution of this project. To Mr. Vladimir Pasad, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Public Works, thank you for your contribution. To the Chinese Ambassador, your partnership and presence here today reinforces the value of international collaboration in advancing healthcare infrastructure in Guyana. We also thank Mr. Clifton Hicken, Commissioner of Police, for your continued support in securing our communities and especially our hospital. To our Fire Chief, Mr. Gregory Wickham, we all know that safety is key and that you're ensuring that we are appropriately equipped for any fire emergency. We are grateful to the Ministries of Culture, Youth and Sport and local government, as well as the NDC chairman and his team for their contributions in preparing this event and supporting the community that we serve. To our healthcare leadership team, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Narayan Singh, and his team, the Chief Nursing Officer, Nurse Das and her team, the Regional Executive Officer, Mr. Gadraj, the RHO, Dr. Pasad, thank you for your unwavering support and collaboration. To our development partners, CAMSI and VICAB, your technical expertise helped transform this vision into a world-class reality. Thank you. A special appreciation goes to Dr. James and the commissioning team who worked meticulously to ensure that this facility was ready to serve. We also thank the administrative support team led by Ms. Malki Idol. Your hard work made this opening ceremony seamless and successful. To the hospital management team, led by myself, the matron, Sister Siobhan Lane, our administrator, Mr. Bash, Dr. Bash, and our dedicated heads of departments, along with the administrative and technical staff of the Enmore Regional Hospital, thank you. Thank you for embracing our new professional home with unwavering dedication, pride, and a shared sense of purpose. Your commitment, professionalism, and excitement to provide quality, evidence-based medical care are the driving force behind this institution. Your readiness to serve is the foundation on which this hospital will thrive and the heart that will bring it to life. We thank the religious leaders for their blessings and spiritual support, which ground our mission in compassion and humility. To the lion dancers and Mr. Calvin Burnett, thank you for the vibrant and cultural expressions that made today's event truly special. To you, the residents of Enmore and the surrounding communities, we thank you for your patience, your support, and your partnership. This hospital is yours, and we are here to serve you. Last, but certainly not least, thank you for our master ceremonies, Mr. Michael Gavaya, who skillfully guided us through today's proceedings. Once again, thank you all for being part of this proud moment in our nation's healthcare journey. May this hospital stand as a beacon of healing, service, and excellence for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Mr. President, we would like to invite you to unveil the plaque and cut the ribbon for the opening of this hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You have been a good audience. We'd like to advise that immediately after His Excellency would have unveiled the plaque and cut the ribbon, that you can see the guides right in front of the entrance so that you can have your guided tours through the facility. Thank you very much, and the Lord richly bless you. Please also remember to visit one of the refreshment booths before you leave this evening.
on. Hey, Big head, just block it out.
So here we have our pharmacy where we will be able to issue medication at any point in time. We have a system where they can call for a patient.
Dr. Bravo, come to the pharmacy, please.
Right, and so the patients will not necessarily have to stand up and wait around the crowd to receive their medications. They can have a seat across there. Across here, we have our receptionist area. So as soon as they come into the hospital, they're going to be greeted and they're going to be placed into a queuing system where they're going to be able to know which physician they're going to see and which area they're going into. And so the physicians will also see them in that area. So let's go. So to your right. To your right here, we have a pharmacy. Inner pharmacy. And in here we have our pharmacy with fully stocked with medication, as you can see. Medications of all types, whether it's tablets, whether it's lotions, whether it's fluids, whether it's injections, we have it. Available and ready to serve the public. Continuing from here, we can go straight into our specialized clinics area. So in our specialized clinics, we have different areas. We have our dentistry. Come in. As you can see, we have 2 dental chairs. Right? We have dental surgeons and dental assistants. We have nursing as well. So that when the patients are coming in, they're going to be examined, they're going to be checked prior to actually coming in for their care. Their vitals are going to be done. And then the dentist will then review them and provide the appropriate care and follow-up. All right. So for our ENT department, which is our ear, nose, and throat department. So we have our ENT department where our physician will be able to check the ear, nose, and throat and provide appropriate care. Should you have an ear infection, should you have a throat infection, should you have a lump in your throat, a lump in some area that is related to ear, nose, and throat, you will be seen here. So we have here, you'll have your orthopedic department, which is your bone specialist area. Your doctor will be able to see you. You have not only, so these rooms we're using for multiple purposes, depends on the day. So some days you'll have orthopedic clinic, another day you may have dermatology clinic, so that you'll have different specialists visiting and resident specialists right here at Enmore Hospital. Should you need casting, we cast you in the next room, which is if you have a broken arm, so we can fix it, stabilize it, put it in one place, and be able to get you up and going again.
Show them the call system on the screen.
So this call system here, what happens is you can see the different call systems will show you the areas that you're going into, and when the patient's name, for example, across the other side, if you look across, you'll see the physician right there, and she's standing right underneath it, right? You see her name, and so they know which physician they're actually seeing. So they are aware of which physician they're seeing, and we're actually tracking how long they're taking to see the patient, should they need, more time, and they can then book appointments for follow-up care. We have our audiology department. Right across here, we have our psychiatrist. She will be seeing all of our psychiatric patients, those patients with mental challenges, and she will be able to treat them with all of the medication that we have in the pharmacy, and she'll be able to give appropriate counseling and guidance to those kinds of patients. And here we have our audiology department, and we have our audiologist here. She can explain that for you.
Okay, so good evening everyone. So audiology is the science of hearing, and at the audiology department we assess, diagnose and treat persons who present with hearing, balance and related disorders, thereby improving the quality of life of those patients. And here we provide a range of services. So we would treat patients across the lifespan. So we conduct newborn hearing screening. So we're able to screen a baby's hearing a few hours after birth, as early as 6 hours after birth. And we also see elderly patients as well.
Right, and as you will see, we have two rooms. So we have
yes, so this is our audiometer. So this equipment is used to conduct a comprehensive audiological evaluation. So the test that is conducted is called a pure tone audiometry. So with pure tone audiometry, we're able to determine the type and severity of hearing loss if there's one present. Also within this department, we also fit and program digital hearing aids. So these are some replicas of the hearing aids that we provide here. So these hearing aids are powered by artificial intelligence. So they're very high technology. They're able to also, the hearing aid features fall prevention. So if an elderly person is wearing the hearing aid and they fall, the hearing aid can alert a family member. Also, it helps to enhance speech for patients, because with hearing loss, patients would have difficulty with speech discrimination, especially in the presence of background noise. So this hearing aid has technology that helps to enhance their speech understanding as well. Right, we also see pediatric patients here. So this is our sound-treated booth. So in order to have accurate test results, a sound-treated booth is required. So here we would conduct the hearing assessment here where the patient is placed in the soundproof booth. We place the earphones over their ear and they're asked to press the patient response button once they hear a tone.
And as we continue along the path here, we will need the free of cost. So as Dr. would have mentioned, all hearing aids are free of cost, which is everything in our public system, right? Free of cost. And here you have our ophthalmology and our optometry department. We have our optometrists and those persons. Go ahead, Dr. White.
Hi, I am Dr. White, an optometrist at the Enmore Regional Hospital, and we're here to serve our patients diligently. We will be here to maintain and improve the patient's vision, especially from those from across the corridor of the east coast of Enmore.
And when you go inside here, you'll see that we have different equipment. Yeah? Dr. White. So then you'll be able to see your visual acuity chart, and you'll have your visual acuity chart. Remember that same queuing system that we would have seen earlier outside, so you'll be able to now, at this touch of this button at the bottom there, you'll be able to call in for the next patient. So it is technology driven and it's evidence-based medicine that we're definitely pushing to ensure quality care for our patients. So we continue along to our right, to our, okay. We continue along straight into our laboratory services. And with our laboratory services, we have all of our medical technologists. We have quality insurance providers. Go ahead.
So, so these are my staff. This is my staff.
So in the medical technology, in the laboratory, what we do is testing. We provide all different types of testing. We have blood tests, urine tests, and we're checking for all different varieties of illnesses and different parameters that we're using. So let's see the machines.
This is our hematology department. This machine has a capacity to do 50 samples, and that's within an hour. Also, it carries a stage for a stat sample. So if there's an emergency, you need a sample to run ASAP, you just stick this in here, click this button, and that sample automatically goes to front. Here we have our immunoassay. This machine does all the hormone tests. This machine has a capacity to do 40 tests in an hour. Moving along. So this is our ELISA machine. For the first thing, we will be doing the ELISA tests, confirmatory tests at the regional level. That would be all serology tests, HIV, hepatitis, syphilis. We will do all the confirmatory testing right here. Right? Moving along. This is our biochemistry machine. This machine has the capacity to do 50 samples in 7.5 minutes and a maximum of 400 samples in an hour. Moving along here is our coagulation studies. Also a new test that we're introducing in the regional labs. We have the capacity to do 40 samples in 30 minutes.
Yes, and you see, that is when we speak of the technology that you would have seen in different laboratories. Definitely you can see that at Enmore Regional Hospital, we have it locked.
We have one more equipment.
So,
Down to the back. This is our first automated urine analysis machine. This is a new one to the regional system too. This can do up to 50 samples per hour. And this is one of the new,
definitely. So, if you've noticed as well, while you have the specialists and we have the specialized equipment, we are also in an environment that is cooler. So you would have noticed that you're in an environment that is cooler throughout the hospital. Whether you're in the outpatient, whether you're in the lab, whether you're outside in the corridors, you're a little cooler. So that also assists patients in feeling a little bit more comfortable. So let's go straight ahead as we continue to our left. So as we continue to our left here, we have our absence and emergency department. And in our absence and emergency department, Dr. Clark. So in our absence and emergency department, we have specialists in emergency medicine. We have specialists in emergency nursing as well. And they're all here to provide emergency evidence-based medical care. So let's see the department.
Okay, so this is our triage area. When the patient comes to the hospital, we will enter to the door where they will be allowed to sit, and our triage nurse and doctor will attend to them as within the first 10 to 15 minutes we can disposition them to know if they need critical care or they can just wait a little bit longer to be seen, but we will try to at least within 30 minutes see that patient.
Notice that we have some waiting areas for our patients, and so we have our registration area. So they come in, sometimes we have patients that are getting, they need ultrasounds, they need x-rays, but they're not an emergency case. And so they can book, they can have their appointments. Or if you're coming in, we book you, we register you, and you can wait. However, the waiting time will be super short because what we're working with, we have technicians, we have x-rays, and I'd like to show you something else. So come on this way. So here we have the X-ray department, and we have our specialist, Dr. Ileana Pesson, and her team. So we have X-rays, and I would like you to notice that we have portable X-rays as well. So it's not just that you're coming here. If you need an X-ray in the ward or any area and you're unable to move, we'll get to you to provide that quality care. So quite a few hospitals may be providing X-ray, but our regional hospital is not only providing X-ray services, we are also providing CT scan. Now CT scan here is free of cost, and you can actually get your CT scan done and being read by a specialist. And we have our reading room, so you can go in and you can see the CT scan room. Go ahead.
Wow, and look who they're right behind you.
And this is free of cost. Any patient that comes in that requires a CT scan, because we're doing it according to the evidence-based medicine. So it's not just coming in and saying, hey, I want a CT. It is, you require a CT scan, we have it right next door to our emergency room. We can get it at a snap of a finger with a radiologist that is able to do that. Okay? Let's go this way, please. As we continue to our left. As we continue to our left, you have our outpatient service. And with our outpatient service, you would notice that we have a desk at the front here. And that is where we do doctor-led triage, where you have a physician right there with two nurses, and they're able to see this direction and that direction, and they can make critical decisions. Do you need to be at an outpatient, or do you need to go to the emergency room? Which physician do you need to see? Or do I need to see you right away? And that's why we want to do doctor-led triage, the same thing like in the emergency room. In the outpatient department, we're providing other services as well. The Diabetic Foot Center, we have our dressing rooms, we have our internal medicine specialists, we have our general surgery clinics, we have our diabetic foot, I already said diabetic foot center. So yes, you have, and let us show you this one. And so here, our patients do not have to go anywhere right now. We have our dialysis center with 2 chairs, so 2 patients can have dialysis at one time. Yes. Okay, so come on now. Keep going, surgical. You see how the lawns are quite relaxing as well. Okay, so we're going straight into the male ward. Male ward. Male ward. So this ward is not only a medical ward, but it's also a surgical ward. So when you look into the rooms, you'll see. You will observe. Let's go. You notice there's 5 beds, and you have your drip stands, you have another drip stand, you have a place to write your notes, you have oxygen, you have vacuum, you have suction, and we have a calling system. So should a patient require help, all they have to do is press one of these buttons, particularly the red one, and a nurse will come to the area to provide care. I'd like to show you also the bed, the bathroom. As you can notice, we have a place where they can sit and bathe. They have hot and cold shower. We have a lovely vanity for them to wash their face, brush their teeth. They can see their face quite comfortably. Should they have a challenge as well, they can pull on the emergency button. Thank you. Right, so you'll notice that the room would have been highlighted in red, that the bathroom room emergency button was pulled. Should a nurse need to go into that room, the first thing they do, they go into the room, they register that they're going into that room, and it says nurse has entered. You'll notice on this as well, you'll see who is the nurse in charge for that particular case and who is the doctor in charge for that particular case. When she's finished attending to that patient, then she clocks out as well. We also have cards that we can swipe so that we can register who is going in and who is coming out, should there be a particular staff. So any emergency that a patient is happening in here, we should be able to track, we should be able to help them in a matter of time, short space of time.
And the new staff, they know how to use all this.
Yes, they are.
All the new technology.
Yes, they are. Yes, they have been. Let's go. So when you say all the new staff, we're all new. So just as you saw me do it, our staff has been trained basically the same time. We all learned at the same time. A lot of technology. So we have our nursing staff here with our JDS and our ward managers and our nurses, our RNs, our NAs, and our PCAs, persons who are here ready to provide quality health care and using evidence-based medicine. You see those smiles on their faces? They're excited. They can't wait for us to start. And I want you to notice, we have clerks as well that will be assisting us in the computerized systems that we have. We have dangerous drugs. Now please note, those are the drugs that are monitored, but they are potent drugs like morphine, things for strong pain relief. We have we have those cupboards available to us at any time. We can easily get into them. Let's go into this room. We would ask everyone to go in, but we have medication fridges so that we can store our medications. Certain medications need to be stored at certain temperatures to maintain the quality of that medication. And so in order to do that, we have medication fridges. And we have one right in there. Here, we have our young, very young physicians. I heard a physician ask me the other day, "Doctor, when are we going to open? I can't wait to see the next patient. I want to set a line." These are the kinds of persons that we have working here. Let's go. So here you'll go through and you'll notice that we have multiple wards, but it's basically the same concept as you go in from one room into another. Okay, so as you see, you'll notice it's the same concept throughout the space. So we can continue this one. So we have the CT scan area, and it's straight across to the radiology, but I'm sure you're getting it over there. You see, you're getting it. So straight across here, we have our kitchen and our cafeteria. So our staff, they can come outside and have a little breeze, relax, sit, have lunch, and as some persons you may notice that they're using the cafeteria already. So you can go into, we have our kitchen services, where we have commercial ovens, commercial stoves, commercial refrigerators. And we have quality service from our chefs. This is one of our chefs here. You guys can come in. You can go straight in. No, let's go straight in. So you'll notice that we have commercial stoves, you have commercial ovens, you see the size of our fridges, our refrigerators, we have serving trays, we have warmers, we have mixers. Think of it, we have it in our kitchen and in our hospital. parts and then we look at. Okay, so this area is extra special. You see, when our relatives come to visit their patients, they do not have to stand. They do not have to stand and wait. We provide them with seats, okay, and we provide them with guidance. Should you need to speak to the physician, we are booking time so that we can ensure that you're always able to speak to a physician according to the needs of the patient and according to the needs of the relatives as well. And so we have facilities where you can sit, we can give you a little water to get comfortable while you are in a fully air-conditioned area. And as you know, we've been through the war. So let's go. Good. So let us go forward.
One thing I noticed here tonight, there's a lot of smile and I really hope it continues.
Sir, you don't know me apparently because that's all I do. Smile. But that's not all I do, but I do smile. So let's go to our elevator. So what I will do, because our team looks big enough, we can continue. You see we have spacious elevators. This is not the only one. We have two at the front, right next to radiology. Right, let's go. Going down. Please close the door. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit so that I can show you. Good. Right, so what we do, we put our foot there. You can go back, put your foot. Just put your foot there. In that slot, in the slot. And you will just open our high dependency unit. Now, a high dependency unit is an area where you will see patients that they are very sick, but they're not that critical that require ICU care. So we have here our JDS and our ward manager and our RN, our NAs, our PCA, and in this room you notice a little difference in the equipment, right? Notice a little difference in the equipment. We have pumps particularly to put medications in, and it's monitored specifically as into how many drops per minute, what is the exact dosage that they are having. We have monitors, we have defibrillators, we have ventilators, piped oxygen, and suction. Think of it, we have it. And as you can see, our stunning staff, we have that. So in the female ward, we also house a pediatric unit. And you would have noticed that there are different wards. And as I check this system here, for example, if a patient is calling, it's the same system as downstairs. So should a patient call here for care, let's see what happens. Let's check it out. If you look outside, you will notice that there is, away from that alarm, oh, you answered it? Yeah. Please press it again. So there's an option to, please press the call button again. You press it? Right, and you would notice right away, the bedroom number also pops up there. And there's a sound that says they're actually telling you which room is actually calling. And also you notice at this end, which is highlighted. Doc, you turn it off? Please turn it back on. Thank you. So you can see that this number is calling. And now, as we said, the nurse enters the room. She goes in, checks our patient, and she clocks out. Right? Yes. Good evening. We also have something we call a whiteboard. This is downstairs as well, but I choose to speak about it up here. So you'll see the physician on duty. You also have the nursing staff that are on duty, and you see how many admissions we currently have, how many discharged patients we have, and it's updated as time goes by. Okay? So here, there are lots of things that are special on these wards. Each ward is special in its own way. On the female ward, we not only see our obstetric patients, we see our surgical patients, our general chronic disease, internal medicine patients, but we also have a negative pressure. just acknowledge our lovely staff here, our RNs, our physicians, our PCAs, our clerks, and our NAs as well. Okay, let's go straight to the end. Straight to the end. So this is our negative pressure room.
Negative pressure room.
Yes, it's a negative pressure room where, for example, should you have a COVID-19 patient, you'll be able to see that patient in here. If you have a tuberculosis patient, anything that is basically contagious, we can safely see that patient in here. Okay, you can go in. It doesn't look like any different, but there's a lot of technology that comes with it to ensure that the particles are not being transferred to the other parts of the ward. Yes, you are. Right to the Enmore Regional Hospital. And here, we also have a bathtub that should be realized that you have challenges and we want to give you a thorough bath and you have a lot of deformities and you have a lot of you're physically challenged, we're able to lower this cradle and have a thorough bath in here as well. As we continue over, so we're going to continue over to the obstetric and gynecological clinics, as well as the maternal child health clinics, and then we're going into the theater, and then we're going to continue to see the delivery rooms. Let's go this way.
Good night.
Good night. So here we have our specialists, our OB/GYN, that is obstetrics and gynecologists.
Hello, everybody.
This is Dr. Serge Pausing, and we have our pediatrician as well, Dr. Carter. So this is the first room here. Dr. Singh, this
Yes.
is your admission room.
This is my
Tell us
admission
about it.
So once you're pregnant and above 28 weeks, you don't need to go anywhere. You come straight here. When you come here, and nurse is going to see you, triage you, take your blood pressure and so forth, and then the doctor would always be stationed here, would be attending to you directly. And then we decide whether you go to the ward for admission or you go to the labor and delivery section.
So this is saying that any pregnant woman, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning, whether it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or 6 o'clock in the morning, you're able to come to a room, and if you have any challenges, if you have any concerns, you will be seen, you will be treated, and you'll be triaged appropriately, whether you're going to the ward, whether we need to rush you right away to get that baby, or if we have to do surgical intervention. And that's the beauty of having our physicians round the clock at a 24-hour service facility. We also have other services here where we'll be able to do ultrasounds for our pregnant women and ultrasounds for, downstairs as well, we have our ultrasounds for general public. So here we can do our ultrasounds. We have our ECG room. We're away from on the ward of doing ECGs on the ward, so that's where you check the beating of the heart and how it's working. So we have our ECG room here. We have our pediatric unit where we will see all of our little ones, and we will ensure that they are good and going back to mommy and daddy quite happy and healthy. Okay? So now, come with us.
Okay.
So what we will do here, we will go straight into the theater first. So when we go straight here, to your right. Now this is not, after here, in this corridor, we do not encourage so much foot traffic because this is now going into our operating theater, right? So if you turn to your left, here, we have our bed change room where we can basically see our patients. Anybody wants to try this time around? Okay. Right? Good night, everyone. This is our nursing staff for our theater. You see the smiles? You see, well, you see the smiles? We have our stock room with our supplies. We also have our operating theater. You can come across to this one across here. We have one operating theater here, and we have a second one across there. So, you see, notice how what we're doing here, right? It's not just one operating theater. We have one downstairs in the emergency room, and we also have two upstairs. A second operating theater. We have our recovery room because as soon as you're finished surgical intervention, you need to recover. We need to ensure that you're back to normal as is possible. Ensure that you're stable enough. Ensuring that you're stable enough for transfer. This is our recovery room. This is our ICU, our intensive care unit, where we have our nurses, our senior nurses. No. All right, we have our senior nurses, right? And you would have seen something to this concept in the HD. But you'll notice as well that they have a calling system on the wall. Okay? Thank you. So I'd like you to notice that we, the physicians, can easily detect not only in the room, but at the side. If we're having a meeting, we can look across and notice something is happening. We have our nurses sitting at the bedside. You have this square glass so that you can see right in and be able to rush into the ICU and assist our staff that is in there. Okay, we're going to go straight into the birthing area. And Dr. Search Paul, I'd like to explain to you.
Yes. So one of the good thing about the birthing area being here, you can see it in very close proximity to the theater. And I don't think I need to let you guys know how important it is to get the baby out when the baby is under distress, right? So that is one of the advantages that I think this facility has over, some other facilities we may have before. So this area here, good night everybody, some of my staff here.
So here you have, first of all, once again, our junior departmental sister, our registered nurses, our nursing assistants, our patient care assistants, our physicians, our specialists, people that are all here ready to provide care.
Great. So this area, once you're 4 cm and above dilated, or you're in labor, you come here. This is also the area where we monitor all the patients that are being induced for some reason or not. When, as you see, each bed has monitors, fetal monitors, and also monitor for the mommy. If we continue this side. So when it's time to deliver, and you see there's a very short distance, they come over by aid of a wheelchair, and this is the bed that they deliver on. We have really good light. This is theater quality light, OT quality light to do our repairs. So, like, you know, we can see really good. And then after the baby is born here in the unit, the baby is resuscitated here, whatever additional medication the baby may need. And this is a warmer, and then from here, the pediatrician will decide if the baby needs to go to NICU, which is across across from us. So she can probably take us, Doc can probably take us over. Sure.
So this is Dr. Carter, our pediatrician.
So this here is our neonatal intensive care unit. Here is where we will provide care to our preterm neonates or preterm newborns, those born before time, and some postterm babies or some term babies as well who may need additional care due to probable maternal complications. We have our incubators, our ventilators to provide warmth to those very small newborns. The ventilator is going to provide what we call respiratory support for those babies who were born too early, not being able to support their own breathing on their own. So this is basically the area that they will be in. As you can see, we have cardiac monitors, and then all of these will be powered by the medical air and oxygen that we have coming from the wall. Next door we have what we refer to as the step-down unit, and here is where we will have the newborns that do not require such intensive care as mechanical ventilation, or those preterm neonates who, let's say, would have graduated from the NICU or graduated from not requiring intensive care or respiratory support, and they would come here. Some of them may still need to be in incubators because these babies, we usually call them feeders and growers. We want them to be able to feed until reach a certain weight criteria before they're discharged home at morning. So this is a step.
And so there you have it. You have seen the Enmore Regional Hospital, where in this hospital we have not one, not two, but 3 operating theaters. We have X-ray department, we have a CT scan department where you can be receiving your CT scans free of charge, no cost whatsoever, no money required. The government of Guyana has been providing that, will be providing that service as of 6 o'clock, as of what time the president cut that ribbon, and he has opened that our facility here at the Enmore Regional Hospital. There's no more need to go down to Georgetown. There's no need to go to any private entity, because guess what? We have it right here.
So you start seeing patients already?
We are starting to see emergency patients immediately, and our clinics will follow by appointments.
That's quite a lot.
Okay, all right, so thank you guys, and I know Ms. Shaw would just facilitate you knowing where to go so you don't get lost, because I would have taken you a little bit